Yep.
You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel.
Hey,
You know how I feel.
let's get going. There I am. Okay. Not, not, yep, there. Oh, wait.
Here?
Yeah, you should be, yeah, your mic is on.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Let me fix this. I see what we need to do here.
Should I be here with my head cut off?
There
Okay.
you are. All right, now, there we go. Look at that. Okay.
Oh, great.
Sweet. The quality is good on Twitch. Thanks, Mimi. I appreciate that. Mimi, it's always good to have you in class. A
Yay.
little bit not even. There is Annabelle behind me. There she is.
Hey.
Anne is... Okay, you're tired. Okay, so actually, I think, and Anna, your mic's on, so you just jump in whenever.
Okay. I didn't know
I
what
actually think tech classes are great when you're tired. I think sometimes when you're tired, sometimes when you're tired, the your mojo is a little bit less inclined to be creative. It takes energy to be creative, and so not that this won't be creative, but tech classes are kind of we just sort of show you what's going on.
Focus.
Anne, do you have anything to say before I jump into my sway?
Yeah, I'm just thinking of it as a very close focus on some, techniques and, diving in, moving slow, relatively slow.
Okay, there we go. All right. I don't really know if I really have any sort of news to tell you guys about as far as what's coming up. We will be teaching Monday. Next week, we will probably have to cancel classes. But I will be teaching Monday for sure, unless I can teach Anne how to run this whole system.
Oh, are you going to be gone on Thursday?
Yeah, I'm actually going to be going to Chicago.
Oh, yay, fun.
Yeah.
Love Chicago. Oh. Yeah, oh, great. Thank you, Shelley. That's so sweet.
Oh.
Thank you. I labored to get Baxter right.
Okay, let's go ahead and just start in. So for the purposes of those of you that might be watching this on replay, if this is the first one you're seeing, there are two more that we've done over the past 2 weeks, and the first one especially starts with the terminology. We're not going to keep going over the terminology every single time, or at least restating it every single time. So go back 2 weeks ago on Thursday night, and one thing I just want to say before Ann jumps in here really fast. I decided a while ago that I wasn't going to particularly comment on current events all the time. But I don't want that to be mistaken for me not knowing about current events. I am, like a lot of you, it's intense what's going on in the world right now. I mean, it is intense, and I am with you in that sort of feeling of intensity. And so I don't comment it on my Facebook pages and stuff like that, just because I don't know if I dig that whole type of social square anymore, honestly. But I am so saddened by so much of what's going on in the world right now. And me not commenting on it right now is not that I'm unaware of it, okay? My heart, hurts. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our class.
And are you going to do a sway?
Yeah, I'm going to do a sway right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to mute my microphone. And thank you.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. Okay, let me... in? Do you want a fast or slow sway? What are you feeling? Slow sway. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. Audible. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. I restarted my old school hoop practice. After I retired from touring, I decided it didn't make sense to hoop 2 hours a day. But my initial hoop practice was for about an hour. And I've been hooping outside for an hour every day for the last several days. And it doesn't take away my worries and my fears and my sadnesses. It just helps me see them better. It creates what they call distance between me and what I'm feeling. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Breath in. Open. breath in. I really invite you to listen to the words you're hearing. Not my words, but the words coming from your internal voice. Audible breath in. Open. Open. Huh. How is he doing that? Okay. All right, Carla's here. Sweet. And your mic is
Okay, am I
live
back?
if you want it to be, yeah. And yeah. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, let me fix this because we want to see Anne in the picture every time I'm talking. Okay, Anne, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. And then, we can tag back and forth.
Okay, all right. Well,
But
let's just
figured-
shoot it over to you there.
I love pinch breaks, and I love really diving deeply into them and moving into these different variations. So we're going to move into a few that we covered, last time, and then kind of get more deeply into those and then maybe add a few. And in my own experience, the thing that makes the biggest difference in breaks is turning with the current and really falling deeply into that. So we're going to begin really simply with turning with the current and then exploring the space. So first I'll talk about turning with the current. We can, go in either direction. For some people, it's left. For some people, it's right. But you can always start in your favorite direction. For a lot of people, that's going to be left. And then thinking about which way to turn, you're going to turn the way your hoop is turning. So notice which way the hoop is rolling. Is it rolling across you from right to left or left to right? And when you figure out which way, whichever foot that is, step back. And the opposite foot steps forward. Back and forward. And my own experience says that repeating that pattern ad infinitum is something that really meaningfully expands the space that's available to you in the hoop around your waist as it's moving. This is a dynamic technique, and it's based at its essence on symmetry. And so really paying attention to whether both sides of your body are feeling really equal and evenly distributed. So I'm still in my favorite current. And I'm trying to move fully into each foot, kind of noticing the pressure of the foot on the floor and the rhythm and the amount of space I'm covering. Because a lot of times what we do is we take a really big step forward and we don't take a big step back because we're not used to doing that. And so it's just a matter of getting your body over that slight fear of stepping backward. And now we can switch currents. Taking a moment, realize that you can set it up. You can do it really deliberately, like taking a moment to notice, okay, which way is my hoop flowing? Which hand is that? Which foot and leg is that? Okay, that's going to step backwards. Other foot's going to step forwards. And it's going to be as though there's a little center point between the 2 feet, and you're stepping around that. You're just trying to be round. And you can also, if you're feeling, really extra engaged, you can also try to roll the hips as you go, and that can slow down your hoop a little bit more. Because what we're trying to do when we engage with the hoop on the court often is just slow it down. And a lot of that we can do by symmetry and evenness and roundness. So trying to make sure the steps are the same size, and noticing that when you move into your second current, oftentimes it might feel a little tighter. Like, I can't, and again, notice the size of your steps. But also you can start small. The important thing is having even size steps. Say it again. Okay. We'll also add to this, we're going to do a song, but add into this now, sweeping into that available space. So I'm sweeping into the outer space, just beyond where the hoop is flowing. And the space that I can sweep into corresponds with wherever the hoop is flat on the body. So noticing that. And noticing that I can sweep in better the more that I'm turning. And you can also sweep into this inner space, this negative space, because we'll be working with the turn and with the outer space and inner space, the negative space of the hoop, where the hoop is not. So let's do a song, and we can both turn, seek evenness, and then swoop into the space. And try it at the waist just to kind of make sure that your steps are even. If you want to try it first just with the second tree arm, try opposite arm, and then alternate. And then try to just continuously follow. Changing current. You can start with that second tree hand, your leading hand that you're stepping towards, sweeping in, stepping evenly, switching hands, now getting that experience with the less familiar first tree AM hand. And then try alternating. Keeping the steps even. Backward and forward. Backward and forward. Then you can try making your sweeps sequential. Picking up all the space. Swooping, and then we'll be moving this up to the shoulders. I think it'll feel a lot easier when you get your feet on that, on a rhythm, on like a sustaining rhythm. Trying it out at the waist just to get the feel of that rhythm. And swooping in. You can try swooping in with both arms at the same time. You can try turning that into a break. Okay. Okay. I think we can, yeah, take a moment. Yeah, you can feel really meditative. Just sinking into it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
What's next?
Well, I think that, so these variations are really fun at the shoulder, so we can go ahead and come up to the shoulders. However you are shoulder hooping. But this is also a time where you can get experience with lifting the arms outside of the current. So we'll be exploring the space up at the shoulders, much like at the waist. And actually, we can do it more easily one at a time. So if you can get up to the shoulders and start turning, lift out.
There's so many Anns.
First,
There's just a lot of you on the screen. Like a lot of different.
Woo,
takes of you.
tripping.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
that's pretty
Yeah, we got
interesting.
kind
Oh
of
my
a weird
goodness.
Sort of Hall of Mirrors thing happening here.
So you can be in your favorite current, lift the second tree arm out of the current, and then you can start to sweep in and out, and sweep in and out, sweep in and out. And then you can switch. Now the first tree arm. Yeah. But you're still turning. So notice how I never, ever, ever stop turning. That's the key to these some of these shoulder techniques, and getting fancy with the arm in and out of the current in the space. So sweeping in and out, and then you can try lifting both arms out and sweeping into the space, giving yourself a moment between, but sweeping in and out with each arm. And then you can try for the sequential sweep, which is one of my favorites.
Okay, I hope you guys see what she's doing there. Dude, can you demo that some more? Just
Absolutely. So this is now
angles?
this is second current. So first up is going to be lifting your leading arm, the second tree arm, out of the current, sweeping into the outer space. So there's always going to be outer space, negative space, across from the point of the hoop. So you're sweeping in as the hoop crosses underneath that second tree arm. Then you can switch and try sweeping in with the opposite arm. First tree arm, following arm. As you continue to turn. So notice my feet never stop moving. My opposite arm in the current is still participating. I'm sweeping in. All of the parts of my body are moving. So we can get really lost sometimes when we're up here. We kind of just stop moving and we want to, really concentrate on this area. But when we keep moving, when we keep turning, it distributes everything out centripetally with the hoop. So we're sweeping in with the first tree arm. And then we can switch, take both arms out of the current, so still turning. And then sweeping in alternately. Second tree, first tree, leading, following, PM, AM. And then, and then we can try sequential sweep. So I'm still turning, feet still turning. So the only things that are changing are that, just the frequency of my sweeps. That's the only thing that's different about this exercise as opposed to what we started with. I'm still turning. I'm still just sweeping into the space. I'm just sweeping into all of the available space. Woo! All right, let's try it. Ooh, need a swig of water. Tom, I'm muting for a second.
It is crazy inflatable arm guy with this move for sure. I just realized I had my hat on this whole time. Okay, do you want to jump in or do you want to keep going?
Yes, I'm sorry. I just I had to ice my knuckle. That was really weird.
Had to what?
Ice my knuckle. Something like hit my knuckle. It was very strange. Yes. I mean, it must have been the hoop, but I didn't feel it happen. Yeah, no, I love the inflatable arm guy because that does give you a sense of you do reach into a kind of an abandon with the pinch breaks. And we're going to move even more into that with some of these variations. And so for people who haven't seen pinch breaks, basically this is the classic style, the old school pinch break was just a break up at the shoulders, but right underneath the armpit where there was this kind of squeezing between the inner upper arm and the armpit instead of, you know, the typical break, like there's a break point on the hand, but then there's an additional point on the body. And with a pinch break, they're really, you know, whereas they were kind of around a clock face in a typical break, they are in a pinch break instead in the exact same place, just across the hoop from one another. So there's a particular kind of feel to them, and also you're kind of you have a lot of contact with the hoop in the armpit, and it just feels this kind of like intimate kind of huggy contact with your hoop. And in fact, we were talking about hug breaks last week. So there's some really nice effects with pinch breaks that even, you know, were there from the very beginning. So then, you know, pinch breaks can morph into lots of different variations, one being simply, you know, bending the elbows. And this is even without changing the arm, which arm I'm pinching with. And noticing that I'm continuously twisting with the pinches. And bending the elbow gives me this nice kind of ability to kind of push the pinching arm back and down and kind of catch the hoop. Because, you know, with a break like this, with these contiguous breaks, you're speeding up the hoop a whole lot and then stopping it. You know, it's like you can use the break itself to send it into the opposite current, and that can happen sometimes a little more easily with pinches. So without further ado, so the easiest way then to turn what we were just doing into a pinch is you can just do it, the one-armed. I'm reaching out with the second tree arm, I'm sweeping, and then I just leave my arm in the current, twist with it a little bit, and it becomes a break. So a sweep easily becomes a pinch break by twisting into it, and, also quickly twisting out of it. Quickly twisting into it, quickly twisting out of it. Those really help your pinches.
Okay, so Louisa would like to know
Yes.
how you can keep the plane of your hoop when you're making the pinch break. How can you keep that more even?
Oh,
Or
I
do you have
see.
any tips
Right.
for keeping it even when you're
Like,
making the pinch?
well,
so the plane
okay.
is not wonk. She's basically saying that her plane wonks either
Yes.
lower or sky angle when she does the break.
when we're doing, and meaning these one after the other with the each arm, not one arm, which is already hard. That's actually a lot harder, but when you're going like this, the secret to keeping your plane is actually twisting the upper body. So rooting the lower body, but then the upper body, really it's like the heart twists with the hoop. That's the ideal. The heart is like twisting with the hoop as you pinch. And even so, it's going on a slight angle, but I can just kind of like twist it out over time. But yeah, it can take some time. It can take some time. And something also is that you can just do like a few in a row. No need to like pressure yourself to do, 10 or 20 in a row. You can just sort of start off with, just a simple pinch. And then if you want to do some sequential, what about one or, just 2 or 3? How about just 2 or 3 at first? And then you can like be okay with just going on from that, like not pressuring yourself right away to go here. And that was something, I used to just feel was completely out of my reach, but I got there slowly. So, just doing a few at a time.
All right, well, let's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this. I love this track so much. I think
Okay.
it's great for breaking. I'm gonna bring it back.
Yeah,
a
let's
little.
try some pinches. And then you can try also, with your opposite arm, sweeping in, twisting, and back. Same. Either arm, sweep,
They won't love no
contact,
more.
twist,
Then just want me
and
the cheeseburger. That's what you do that for. No cast juice gets spilled on the floor. Now you done started a war. No ping pong gang cutting you bird just back and forth. In just my seed, they head on the floor. Front line, nobody can cross it. You can chew. They can walk it. L2R2. Now TV in the casket. Forensics setting up tents. Now the Afro white chocolate, fill him up and just rust him. In cop got put in a spliff. Got put in a spliff. SC got put in a spliff. No CJ got put in a spliff. TV got put in a wrist. Nearly got put in a wrist. Man's got bought you black. Your gang up crash. Boring. Circle where the tabs on roll. We poured this bro. Give me like 20 or more no fit. Oh shit. Still got put in a spliff. Aye. Remember when I brought her up, had a smile on my face. That was funny as shit. Could have had the big man screaming at mommy. Nowhere near where monkey.
My brain heat chest plate, next day sweat. I had these best friends running. I don't pick up ranks in probation, they shouldn't have put my why do you think that they call me Judas? I'll laugh and giggle at my dead up cousin. Who says that he thinks he doesn't?
I'm trying to see the ops get shown. 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 I'm trying to see the ops get shown.
I'm trying to see the ops get shot. Same way GB done got CJ done got dropped. Surely them man has had enough. But trust me, the beef don't stop, so I out here trying to put a box and beat up Jimmy before he turn dustbins and low ski. Watch snags get shot.
Anne's opening up a lot right now that we're not talking about. No, you don't need to apologize. So while Ann is sort of hooping and going off, I'll just reiterate what she said. What she said, not what I think, although it's exactly the same. The quickness of what she's saying is the quickness of her breaks is coming from the twist of her core. And that twist doesn't have to be exaggerated at all. And you can feel that twist like just deep internally, like, you know, in just and that can be enough. That she's going way hard on the twist there, but the tighter the twist, like, it coils and it uncoils, and that, I mean, for some people that helps and some it doesn't. But like the other thing that she's doing that you might not see necessarily without looking for is she can shoulder hoop both currents. So the moment that she's changing currents, she's also shifting into second current rhythm, or what we call ritmo. So she's going from one current's ritmo to another, and she could stop breaking and you would never know it, right? Like the hoop would just keep spinning. Wow. Now she's just showing off.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to talk about? Okay. Yay. I hope that was fun, interesting. That was really fun for me. I'm really feeling this hoop. This is, you know, my 10-year practice hoop that I never thought I would move from, but then I started on these little pink hoops, and I've just been kind of going back and forth now, and it's really, really fun to do a lot of this core stuff with my bigger hoops. So I just say that to celebrate anybody trying a larger hoop. And Colleen, these, you can watch these later. You know, these classes will be available to watch later. Oh, Bax wants to say something.
I forgot to mention. So Shelley asked earlier, are you isolating your solar plexus, or are you doing anything?
Well, I do feel, you know, I try to feel my heart turning and then my hip points like pointing forward.
Okay.
I try to feel, and I do kind of twist from that general area, but I think of it as my heart more that helps me direct it more and then stay rooted, because it's really this combo of twisting but also staying rooted. Like sometimes we might be twisting a lot but we're not as rooted, so the twist doesn't do as much for us. These are going to be most effective when you have like a really rooted core, a really rooted you know, feet and legs. Your southern hemisphere is really nice and planted, and then you can really get that twist going up top, which does become really kind of essential in sequential twisting, you know, one right after the other, whether you're using both arms or just one.
All right, well, where now?
Well, okay, so we can now stretch some of these into more variations, and we've talked about a few of them, but I wanted to talk about a few more. We kind of got into wraps, and so I wanted to talk about kind of in their entirety, like this little series of wrap variations that I like to share. So 3 different kinds of wraps, one being like an arm wrap where you turn a pinch break. So starting with this basic move, this is being a pinch break, you know, with this arm is the pinch break. This is, you know, this is our prop arm. And turning that technique into an arm wrap, B, a core wrap, and then C, doing a kind of a reverse pinch, and that I'll talk about that more in a minute. But yeah, just really finding your inner kind of touchstone of places in your body that you can connect to. So going into your first current and coming into, we're going to start thinking about this this arm wrap. So here's what it looks like in motion. So this is going to be the first variation, and we're going to take a regular pinch with the second tree arm and turn it into an arm wrap. And so how that happens is, yes, exactly. So yeah, it's going to be this, it's a pinch break, but actually the arm is coming up into the hoop and wrapping around the hoop and then creating a new break point.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's a nice little
This
break.
is one of my
Super clean.
favorites. So then we have, you know, with both arms, so this is with our traditional second tree leading arm.
Actually, that angle's
This-
not too good. So let me
Not as
let me
great.
give the folks at home a better angle.
Okay,
Let's see
here
if
we
we
go.
can see this one. This is
Here
from
we
a
go.
little bit lower.
So this is, yeah, with the second tree arm, ouch, the traditional arm. But we can also do these these arm wrap breaks with our first tree arm. So coming up from underneath the hoop, turning so this is turning a first tree pinch. These are first tree pinches, turning those into wraps, arm wraps, instead of the pinch. So, yeah, watch out for bruising. See, again, the twisting is what really helps with the bruising.
All right, let's bring some music on and
Yeah. Well, I wanted
sorry.
to just kind of
Forgive me.
super slowly, I'm just going to show it like in slow-mo, both variations. So here's with the leading arm, second tree arm, hoop is coming in towards it, and you're about to execute a traditional pinch, except when the inner and the outer space is kind of equally open here, you've got this opportunity, you bend the elbow. So this happens real lightning quick. But you bend the elbow, sweep the arm in, and try to curve the fingers so that you get this. This is going to be your breaking point, actually, this finger point. And then you kind of quickly twist with it, and then as the break is sailing towards the opposite current, you're going to untwist the arm. And then you can lift out your opposite arm. Doop. And then slow motion for your first tree pinch, which in regular motion is going to look like this. The slow motion arm wrap is going to be, okay, here comes the hoop from behind. I'm going to stop it with my first tree arm, except again, once the inner space and the outer space are kind of equally open and closed, kind of the yin yang symbol here, I quickly flick my arm inside and wrap around. And then it becomes this kind of a break. And then I release quickly. That becomes a part of pushing the hoop along in its current. So let's try some of those. Arm wrap pinch breaks. They're fun.
I'm not sure if this is the perfect song for this, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I don't think that's the best song for that. But what do you think it was? Did you like it? Let's go back.
Okay, we're gonna. I know this is a tough one. I know it's tough. So just give it a whirl. It really helps your hand-eye speed. It'll help you if you play ping pong or tennis. Just Okay, yeah. I know you can do it, Bill. Uh-huh. Yeah, these can, if you don't do them for a while, you know, these can get rusty for sure. That's why I'm using my old hoop. It's like, I mean, some of these variations I can do with my small hoops, but not all of them. And I definitely couldn't have used the small hoop to demo. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, I got it.
Bax had a breakthrough.
Is your mic off or on?
Mine's on. Sorry.
All right. I got to keep it low. There we go.
All right.
I don't know.
Nice.
I'm being that guy. I'm bragging. There we go. Okay.
Bax is having a back
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I had a moment of crisis in confidence there for a second.
Yeah, I like to do this one.
Well, now you're mixing it up. Anne's doing what we call AM breaks in HoopPath land. She's coming across the body and doing a break.
But they're also wraps. They're also arm wraps. Fun. This is just really good when you can get into a rhythm. So you can kind of, it's like you're pushing it away. Thank you. Weightlifting. I'm going to highly recommend weightlifting for all women and for everybody, but especially for women because it's really important for your bones and your strength. Yeah, talk to me anytime about weightlifting. Because y'all already know about hooping. You know about how great hooping is. Ooh, yeah. Okay, oh wait, what? Okay, I wanted to show some of these too. I got all carried away with the first tree ones. These are the second tree ones. Oh, hell yeah, awesome. Glad to hear you're lifting. That's great. It's so important. Okay, so next variation, I think, oh no. Yeah, it can be real wonky at first, but the twisting is key. Rooting the feet, twisting the upper body. And the next variation, so this is also a wrap, but in this one we're wrapping around the core. So we're both extending like our breaking arm and wrapping around the core, but you can also wrap your opposite arm inside the hoop and it you know, for some cool kind of visual effects, and you can wrap or counter wrap on the core. So what I mean by that is, so here's like again a conventional pinch break just with the second tree arm that we know and love. But then you can actually also just take that break and take that breaking arm and just wrap it. You know, this is just the same break, but instead of just leaving my arm straight, I'm allowing it to just sort of fling around my body. And then that changes the break. Changes the break. And then it changes even again if I wrap my inner arm, with it. If I wrap my inner arm with that core wrap, then it's even more kind of dramatic effect. And then what if I wrap against, I'm doing the same break, but I'm wrapping against my opposite arm. So anyway, there's lots of ways that you can use your arms on the core like that, which is really fun. And so again, I'll just show you. So this is, you know, this is just a regular pinch break, and then turning that into, turning that into a core wrap just wrapping the arm around, just letting the arm continue, kind of noticing I'm twisting with it. Whoops. I immediately start turning with it as soon as the hoop goes in flight in another current. And then I wrap my inner arm with the current. Oops, wrong. Wrapping my inner arm with the current. And then wrapping my inner arm against the current. Yeah. So you can try all of those. Yeah, fun. And then we'll do another variation, and then I think that might be take us home.
Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I just realized it's 8 o'clock, so we're kind of nearing the end here. So thank you, Ann, for being an awesome teacher. Super appreciate that, Ann. And we'll move into a free hoop. And then if you have any questions, now would be the time to fire away with any questions that you have so that Ann can get to them before we run out of total time here.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Tired.
I'm so fucking tired. I'm tired. I love you. I thought I just needed a night's sleep, but it's...
Hold on. Louisa, we almost didn't get to your thing. I totally forgot about this.
I thought
We sort of got to it, but let's go over one more thing.
I was
really
thinking about
fast. Because Louisa, I just want to make sure, because I think your question, Louisa, that you just asked is related to what you were requesting. So what she
she's meaning?
was requesting in the video is when you do what's called a sticky break in HoopPath, but where you like keep the arm in, but you manage to turn like super quick with it. And it's not quite as much of a hug as I just did, but it's like, you might not realize it, but it's one of the things you're kind of known for, is these like super quick sort of sticky breaks. But I'm sort of clinging to it a little bit more than you normally do. Do you have any thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, it's a combo of all the things that we've been talking about. So it's exactly like these sequential pinches. It's just a matter of really twisting heavily with it, and also you can it's going to be easier if you bend the elbow and use that might be something that you can think about, bending the elbow, and then you have the forearm as this kind of ballast point. Which, if you just are trying to use...
Do you do one with the arm straight?
I have, but it's a whole lot harder.
Okay.
I mean, because, again,
what you're
going to have to do...
Can you keep demoing that? Because
yeah.
With that particular move, you can really see this twist thing that you've been talking about all class. Yeah.
Yeah, it really has to be.
So, Louisa, a lot of...
twist.
I think what you're asking is that it's Ann's twist. You can kind of see it all the way up through. And I just want to emphasize one more time that what Ann and I are talking about is like a micro twist, right? And you can kind of feel this, maybe, here we go, on the bird's eye. This is the twist that we're talking about.
Totally.
Right? And so it's different than this kind of gooey sort of twist that the hoop is allowing. You sort of coil, the hoop pulls you back, but then you uncoil.
And the feet are planted. The feet, the toes facing exactly forward.
Right. And so Ann is saying the feet are planted. Well, you can hear her,
yeah.
I forgot that you have a mic right now.
I'm here.
Boom, 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 boom,
yeah,
boom, 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 boom.
Perfect.
But that twist really helps with that. And do you
Yes.
want to
No.
add anything?
I do think the twist is the most important thing. And again, it's like one of the most important things about the twist is rooting the feet. So checking in with, and sometimes rooting the feet is related to like not fully relaxing into the legs, because when you're rooted in the feet, the knees are not going to be locked all the time. You're going to be, and especially if you're twisting, you're not going to want to be locked in the knees, pushed to the back body. You're going to want to sink down a little bit because you need a little space to twist. So think about the knees, think about the ankles. Do your legs feel open? Because that's going to make a difference in how open your little micro twist can be. Because you're going to need to do that micro twist, and rooting the feet is going to be absolutely essential.
Hopefully, Louisa, we helped answer a question.
I hope so.
We're
And
going
just
to stick around.
message me if not.
It's 5 minutes after, but we're going to stick around for another song or two. So if you
Cool.
have any questions.
Just a free hoop.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just free hoop from here. Thank you, Anne, for being an awesome teacher. Thank
So
you,
much
guys.
fun. I love this.
This is the track that you said you
Oh.
liked.
Oh my
and then
God.
you didn't like.
No, but I thumbs down it
Anne
later.
liked this track at first and then
I
didn't.
thumbs up it and then I thumbs down it.
Actually, I think this might be a little too upbeat for me. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us again. I really appreciate it.
It's the ways of the underground.
Is this too chill? Colleen, don't worry about it. The most beautiful thing about flow is that flowing with it makes you fit. Maybe not like distorted image of fit, but like in terms of like actual real quality of life fitness, hooping will you just flow with what feels good, you get there. Sweet Carla, thank you for... I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, I see why. Okay.
He told me that Akira has ultimate energy. Humans do all kinds of things during their lifetime, right?
Wow, nice, Shelley. Thanks for that
Discovering
little
Building
testimonial to
things.
hooping.
So where do you suppose all that knowledge and energy comes from? Humans were once like monkeys, right? And before that, like reptiles and fish. And even before that, plankton and amoebas. Even before that, maybe there was genetic material in the air and water. Even in the particles of dust in space. And if that's the truth, then what sort of memories are hidden within them? The beginning of the universe? Or maybe even before that. Ultimate energy. Beginning were some mistakes in the progression.
Sweet.
When something goes wrong, like
Sweet.
an
I'm glad we
amoeba,
shared space
something
before
with
then.
powers that a human has. Long ago, there were people who tried to gain control of that power.
Realize how over time we are, so I think we'll kind of, I might be able to chill it out. I can't remember. I put this playlist together on the fly. Okay, guys. Colleen, my PayPal is baxter@hooppath.com. I'll type it up. But I have all of those different sort of ways to donate. And I appreciate you even asking about that. That's awesome. Okay, maybe we'll call it a night pretty soon here. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much